Okay, welcome everybody. Today, David and I have a different kind of video. We're going to be reacting to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days collection. Say hi.
Yep. Yeah, this video came out earlier today, but none of us have seen it yet, so this will be interesting.
Now, I should note that I saw the Chinese trailer because this game came out early in China, but I can't speak Mandarin, so I have no idea what they were saying. So let's see the English trailer now. Before we start, do you have any predictions, David?
I don't know. I don't know what to expect from this.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Mild Blood, that's interesting.
Yeah, because we're actually... I'll tell you, we'll see it first. Hey, I did that game for the channel.
14 masterpieces in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Games are back. That's a game, the beginning of Yu-Gi-Oh!
That's Duel Monsters 1.
Oh yeah, this is before the Master Rules Duel.
Yeah, here's Dark Duel Stories 2. There's Tri-Holy God Advent called Dark Duel Stories Worldwide. Duel Monsters 4 Battle of Great Duelist. Eternal Duelist Soul. I did one video where I spoke in only Japanese for that one. There's Duel Monsters 6 Expert 2. Oh yeah, the first RPG.
Oh, I think I had this game on the Game Boy, but I never finished it.
Reshef of Destruction, a game that's so hard I had to rage quit it.
You rage quit? That's interesting.
That game is brutal, dude. Here's Worldwide Edition. This is one of the best Game Boy games they ever put out. World Champion 2004. This is the first World Championship game, and you actually had to go to a tournament to play it.
Is this when they start doing the Master
Rules?
Yeah. Okay.
There's 7 Trials to Glory.
Including experience that go beyond the card game. Wait, is that thing 0?
Capsule Monsters!
Oh my god, it is!
Season 0!
Capsule Monster. I didn't know I had a game other than this,
Dungeon Dice
other than
Monsters.
this one. No, Dungeon Dice.
Destiny Board Traveler, the one time they tried to copy Mario Party.
Oh my god.
I actually have that still on my Game Boy.
Introducing new feature. Online play!
I'm about to play that. That's like the few times I'm gonna do it. 100% I'm about to go crazy on that.
Unlock hidden characters, cards, and more.
That guy is one of the developers, by the way.
Oh, interesting. Rewind, fast forward, or reset the duel.
That'll
That's
definitely
useful.
help when you brick. Oh, the manuals, thank god, so that means the first 4 games are actually playable.
Oh, great.
I love this artwork.
Early Days Collection. Only on Switch and Steam.
Alright, so now that we've done our reaction, let's dissect this thing. And the first thing we're going to be dissecting is the following. This opening here is actually from the Japan exclusive Duel Monsters 1. So, one thing that they showed off is that, with the exception of Duel Monsters 6 Expert 2, every game is going to be translated to English. Your thoughts?
Oh, it's about time we get some of these games. Like, I'm always kind of annoyed when we get games in Japan that never come across the US. So now I'm glad we're seeing them.
It took
finally
27 years for us to get this game. This game came out in 98. Oh man, and this is the Season 0 Yugi, so he looks like more cooler, I think.
And now that I know who the Japanese voice actor is, I can't just not unhear. Like when he's rated, I hear his Japanese voice.
I know. It's so cool. Let's see what else. 14 masterpieces. Okay, as much as I love Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm gonna be honest, 2004 is not a masterpiece. That game is glitched up the ass. But other than that one, I think they're all really good. Which of these classic Yu-Gi-Oh games have you played?
Honestly, not many. I think it's only the first RPG game.
So Sacred Cards.
Yes.
This is where you and I are different. I have played every single one of these. I didn't beat them all, okay? I rage quit Reshef because I couldn't handle it anymore. I lost my shit. And Destiny Board Traveler, you actually need a link cable to finish it, so I'm not gonna try to get one of my friends to do that shit in the modern day. So, you know, it's tragic, but that's the case. The only one here that I haven't played was Dungeon Dice.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm curious for that. I do like that. This is how you can tell this was a Japanese only game because that does not fit the English at all. This is Flame Swordsman being attacked by Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the bottom right you can see blue BIWH.
yeah. This is Blue
Blue
Eyes
White
Full
Dragon.
White Dragon. I love that artwork, by the way. The sprite art.
It's pretty cool.
I still love the Season Zero artwork, man.
Yeah, after seeing Season 0, I really do appreciate it.
Man, this fit that Yugi has here and his redder instead of purple hair, I really like that a lot. So people say that Rush Duel was the first game to have draw until you hold 5 cards. That's false. Duel Monsters 2, Dark Duel Stories, is the first game to do that. The only thing Rush Duels did first was unlimited normal summons.
Hmm.
Yeah, so this game was pretty hyped though. Actually, Dark Duel Stories 2. Now I should note that this is a thing I mentioned when we were doing the main reaction. But here's the thing: Dark Duel Stories 2 and Dark Duel Stories Worldwide are not the same game in Japan. There's Dark Duel Stories 2, a game we never got, and then Dark Duel Stories Worldwide. In Japan, that game is called Tri Holy God Advent. And even though Merrick is on the box art, he's actually not an opponent during the main campaign. You fight Merrick.
Really?
You fight Merrick with a password that is given to you in a strategy guide.
Oh my god, it's the door all over again. He's beaten by the password.
No. I mean, that's how you unlock the fight with Merrick. You gotta buy a strategy guide.
Oh.
Or that's what I believe, because technically speaking, you fight Dark Knight and he'll give you a password, and the password he gives you is the credits, and then you fight him 5 more times and he'll give you another password. I have never gotten Merrick to appear as one of the password codes, so I am convinced it's only the strategy guide, unless I've just had really bad RNG. There it is, the Dark Magician in his 8-bit glory.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Also, I like how on the box cover they're actually using the manga art for the cards instead of the TCG art.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Also, what is this jacket Kai was wearing, and how come he never wears it again? It's so cool.
Isn't that what he wears when he's disguised to go to the school?
No, he wears a normal uniform.
Yeah, I thought that's what that is.
Maybe.
Man, this was the one I play.
This is the one.
Wait,
this
no,
is
not this
the
one.
first Yu-Gi-Oh TCG game worldwide, I believe. Okay, this game is so cool, but this is the first time that they got greedy and got punished for it.
Not bad.
So they released this as 3 different versions. There's
Ooh.
Battle of Great Duelist 4 Yugi deck, Kaiba deck, and Jono deck. And effectively, they saw what Pokemon was doing. Hey, we got red, blue, yellow, green, baby. Let's release Yugi, Joey, Kaiba, and we'll sell 1 million copies. And they did. Now, the reason I say they got punished is not for the video games, it's for the OCG. Because people really hated that shit back in the 90s and 2000s. So a lot of people quit the game because they said, okay, this is stupid. I don't need to buy 3 copies of a Game Boy game to get a card that comes in the Game Boy game. You know what they put in these boxes?
Let me guess. A weak promo card. The
Ring
Crable?
of Destruction.
What?
Anti-spell fragrance. They put
Oh.
meta-defining staples in these, which is why it sold so well. And then it proceeded to nobody liked it because the reviews of this game were terrible at the time. Thinking back,
Okay.
this is probably the best of the 4 original Duel Monsters games, but the historical reception to this in Japan was not good.
What was different? Like, was it what the deck you used different? That's the only difference?
The cards you can unlock. You know how in
Oh.
Pokemon you have different Pokemon encounters?
Right.
Like that. And the idea was you would trade cards with people in other versions. So if you had Yugi deck, you would have access to cards like Dark Magician, Slifer. Change of Heart was exclusive. I forget which one that was exclusive to. So you would have to trade with other people to get a super cool deck.
They're not doing it here.
They're not. I know for a fact they're not.
Oh. Okay, good, because that would not go well.
Can you imagine? You have to buy 3 copies of this thing. Wait. Did I see that right?
One.
Holy
Backstage,
crap!
my
It's the
Valentine.
uncensored art in the English text, so they're not censoring the games.
Well, the tag did say partial nudity.
That is true. And also the fact that this outfit is called cyber bondage really isn't helping.
But yeah, of course not.
Yeah.
So hey, look at this. We're finally getting uncensored Yu-Gi-Oh! In the West.
Okay, so fun fact, Eternal Duelist Soul is actually a different game if you get this game in Japan or China. They're putting in Duel Monsters 5 Expert 1. It's the exact same game. The only difference is that instead of a animated background, as you will see hopefully... Oh, they don't show it. So instead of an animated background, it's just a static stone background. And also, the starter deck that they give you in Duel Monsters 5 Expert 1 is the worst starter deck known to man. Okay? They give you vanillas with 500 attack points.
What?
They give you 2 copies of Red Medicine, a spell card that reads gain 500 life points.
That's... No.
And they realized this was a problem, so when they released Eternal Duelist Soul worldwide, they buffed up the starter deck. But they made a mistake because they didn't balance any of the enemies, so the first 2 stages are brain dead easy. Whereas the first 2 stages in the original were brutal gauntlets, dude. You had to beat Anzu, Honda, Little Yugi, Joshi, and Bakura twice.
Yikes.
Yeah. And also, this is the first game where the enemy AI will start using broken cards like Delinquent Duo and Snatch Steal and Confiscation.
Oh, that's just BS.
It's so disrespectful. Because you get
Yes.
to the fight in stage 2, and you don't even have D-Spell yet. And the enemies are already throwing Heavy Storm at you. So, Eternal Duelist Soul, I'm glad we're getting the easier version because I did the original Duel Monsters 5 Expert 1. That was some brutal shit. And you know how long that game is, too?
10 hours?
Assuming you never lose, it's 396 duels. Yeah, it's pretty long. And that's only for the main campaign. That doesn't count post-game.
Oh my god.
Duel Monster 6 Expert 2.
This game is still in Japanese.
Yeah, this one isn't translated. And I'll tell you why. Because we're getting Stairway to the Destined Duel in this collection. Stairway to the Destined Duel and Duel Monster 6 Expert 2, the only difference is what cards you get. The entire game and... Did you freeze?
You cut off.
Oh. The difference between Duel Monster 6 Expert 2 and Stairway to the Destined Duel is very simple. What cards you can get. That's pretty much it. And some of the decks are different, but the campaign, everything else is exactly the same. So Duel Monster 6 Expert 2 is going to stay in Japanese, and Stairway to the Destined Duel is going to be in English. So if you played Stairway, you can play Duel Monster 6 Expert 2. You're just playing with a different card pool. So I think it's okay to keep this one in Japanese.
I guess that makes sense.
Oh man, Merrick looks so cool in this, man. Like, this is the thing that I kind of wish we could get back with like Rush Duel, is that all the characters used to look cool.
Oh yeah, now they just...
They look like wannabe Vanguard characters.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, unlike the English releases, these games actually use the real-world packs.
Oh, that's cool.
You look tired, man.
I just John, I'm fine.
Okay. Sacred Cards.
Sacred Card. This was the first one I did.
Fun fact, this one followed the manga rules.
Yep.
And one of the few games in my life I ever rage quit was Chef of Destruction.
I would have paid to see that.
I could.
You barely rage quit.
I couldn't do it. It's so hard. It's so freaking hard.
I'm looking forward to see how you handle it now.
I'm gonna stream all of the games, by the way. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stream them all. Okay, I'm gonna go
I
crazy
figured you would.
on Duel Monsters 4 though. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna try to win ranked. I'm gonna try to get number 1 in ranked. Maybe.
I don't see that happening.
No, you don't think I can get number 1 in ranked in the Kazuki Takahashi rule game?
Wait, I'm talking about like online rank or
Online
like in-game
ranked.
rank? Oh yeah, no.
Why not?
Because there are others who have
More time.
much less time than you.
Less
Wait.
time.
I mean more time.
Okay.
Who dedicate their lives on old school Yu-Gi-Oh.
Dude, the thing is though, Duel Monsters 4 is fire. And I believe it's the last game besides Reshef of the classic Duel Monsters numbered games, it goes 2, 3, 4, 7, and 8. Use the alignment system that is in the manga for Duelist Kingdom. So if you have like a fire type monster and your opponent summons a water monster, they will automatically kill your monster.
Oh wow.
I love that stuff. Oh, right. This. As you can see, this is a depiction of a real casino. This is probably why it got a T rating as well.
Nah, probably. But then again, Fire Red and Leaf Green had Casino. They weren't T-rated.
Well, that was also with the old ESRB of the 90s, and in addition, in the re-release for the 3DS, in the European release, they are T-rated.
So, what about Hard Going to Silver? They have the Pocket Casino.
That's not the same thing. It's not a real game.
Oh.
Like, it's not a real depiction of gambling. Because in Red, Blue, Yellow, Green, you could actually lose money gambling as well.
Oh.
Okay, this is Worldwide Edition. This is Stairway to the Destined Duel. This is Duel Monster 6 Expert 2, but in English.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying it's totally fine to have one in Japanese. Oh man. See, they're not the real packs, they're fake packs. Okay. Duel Monsters. This is a Duel Monsters 9, and no, this isn't Duel Monsters 9. I believe this is the first game to not have Duel Monsters in the title anymore. In theory, this is Duel Monsters 9, but it's not. And
then when they started calling them just Yu-Gi-Oh?
This is when they started calling them World Championship.
Oh.
This is World Championship 2004. And fun fact about this game, in 2004, you could attend the World Championship and enter in this division. Because before Duel Links and before Master Duel, the handheld Game Boy games were how they did Worlds for digital.
Oh. I didn't expect that.
Now, depressingly, this is a very depressing fact, is the World Championship 2004 for the Game Boy game was so miserable because this game is so bugged that they had to reset duels because they encountered glitches at the World Championship.
Like, could not have gone well.
Nope. Also, why is Tristan so angry in here?
Good question. He's pissed off. Seven Trials to Glory.
This is, I believe this is still a RPG. I might be wrong. Yeah, this game was pretty hype. Also, this is the World Championship 2005. The Seven Trials to Glory is just the subtitle.
Okay.
And I do love how the presentation is. And now we're gonna go beyond the card game.
Yep. We get a whole bunch of other stuff.
Capsule Monsters for the Game Boy. Which... So I played Breed in Battle on the PlayStation 1. I didn't play this one.
Neither have I. Then I never played any Capsule Monster game.
Yeah, this is I also have Capsule Monster Coliseum on the GameCube, but I haven't beaten it. Yeah, those old Capsule Monster games were hard as hell. Yeah. I do like that they're not afraid to say, hey, this is the Season 0 stuff. As you can see here, we have Honda, Miho, Jono, and Anzu.
Yeah, the part thing, Miho. Like, wow.
We have her English dub name now, Ribbon.
I don't like that.
I don't like it. I mean, I say Honda, Miho, Jono, Shia, and Anzu, but for everyone else, it's gonna be Tristan, Ribbon, Joey, and Taya.
Wait, Tristan, Joey, and Taya. For me, I'm gonna say it because I grew up with those names. So I prefer those names. But I don't like Ribbon. I prefer other names. But then again, I only know that from Zero.
That's, you know what I think that is? I think that's what happens when we were talking about, completely off topic. I might even edit this out. So this is actually an RPG, like a complete RPG.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, this one's gonna go fire, actually. I'm
Yeah.
gonna love this. Wait, Mai's in it?
I guess so. Let's see again. Yeah, she is.
Oh, I remember why. Okay, so when Season 0 was airing still, in the manga, they were already at Duelist Kingdom. So it makes sense to put Mai in your game taking place in Season 0 to hype up the manga so people who will only watch the anime is like, who's this character?
That means she's gonna be like a harpy lady?
I'm down to look at that. Albeit in these 8-bit graphics, I don't know how good it'll look.
Yeah, touche, true. Dungeon Dice Mons.
Look at that Season 0 ass face.
Also, wow, the 3D of Dark Magician. Why is he blonde?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I never knew they made a Dungeon Dice game. I only knew they made like the board game, but I didn't know they made a video game.
Oh, Rat, I don't know if they're gonna fix this, but in the original Dungeon Dice Monsters, similar to what happened in Pokemon TCG for the Game Boy, both of these games have an unlockable character that is impossible to unlock due to a coding error.
Oh dear God.
There's a Phantom Venusaur you can get in Pokemon trading card game 1999, and it used to be possible with a card pop. But what you have to do now, if you actually want to get it, is you have to get a copy of Pocket Monsters GB Card Battler 2. Here Comes Team Rocket, which is a Japan exclusive game, by the way, and trade it back to your Japanese copy of Pokemon 1999 in order to get that. And even then, you can't get it in the English version in any way without an action replay. And then in Dungeon Dice Monsters, without an action replay or a Game Shark, there is no way to obtain the Dark Magician Girl figure because nobody programmed a way to unlock the thing. It's in the game. There's animations for it. It's fully playable. It's not scrapped content. It's genuinely just not possible to obtain it.
Dang, that was messed up.
Destiny Board Traveler, that time they tried to be Mario Party.
How many series made Mario Party clone?
Sonic
Like
did it.
Sonic, yeah, no, Sonic did.
Yu-Gi-Oh did it.
There was another one. I think Avatar even tried that once.
Carnival Games was a Mario Party clone, technically.
I guess,
On
yeah.
the Wii. Avatar did it? Like Avatar as in the blue people or Last Airbender?
No, the last Airbender did a party game.
Okay. Wait, is this... Okay. Let's see what the actual roster is. Okay. The roster is...
we have
Sugoroku,
Grandpa,
Black Magician Girl, Kaiba Man
Kaiba
from
Man.
GX.
that's
Okay.
for a link.
Bakurario. Here is...
Yugi.
No, this is Atem. Yugi's on the... over
Atem.
here. Mokuba.
Okay.
Rest
Mai.
in peace to the season 0 actress of Mokuba, by the way.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Kujaku Mai. There's Kaiba Seto in his 32-bit glory. No, 16-bit glory. Here we have
Joey.
Yugi. Rebecca's in this game along with her Teddy-chan. And Pegasus J. Crawford. Cool.
Oh no, Joey or Taya?
They're probably unlockable. No, Joey's right here.
No, not Joey. I mean,
Tristan,
friggin'
Honda.
Tristan.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Minigame.
Dark Magician Girl versus the back of a card.
And you have to do some fucking minigame.
And was I miss? I think it did.
Yeah, it's introducing it. This is the part that I'm most excited for because this is going to be the only way I'm going to replay Reshef. This right here. Okay, let's talk about this for a second. I have only ever played Duel Monsters 1 multiplayer one time in my life. Okay?
Okay.
That is clunky. That is slow. It is hypersensitive because you need to connect 2 Game Boys with a link cable, and if you nudge it even slightly, you could potentially corrupt your save file.
Ugh.
Yeah. And I vowed never to do it again.
You notice they had different covers.
Mm-hmm. Because this is Yugi deck, and this is Kaiba deck. So this is the...
Yeah, but you said we weren't going to do that with this one.
No. You're going to get them all in the collection. What I mean is you're not going to get 1 per copy.
Well, obviously not. Okay, I get it now. We're doing what they did with our network, like I say.
Okay. This is something I do want to try, though, because since I no longer have to deal with the clunky-ass link cable, this is going to be fire. Because these old Yu-Gi-Oh games genuinely are so strategic. Despite what I was being told when I was being gaslit in the Sega Hard Girls playthrough by everyone saying that Duel Monsters on the Game Boy is not strategic and it's just big number go burr. It's actually really good.
Oh my god. You already said that?
Okay, so shit. I think this is supposed to be like what happened with BDSP, that online play will happen after for the other games. You know how like with the room, the union room that took time? Yeah, okay. You notice how all of these games are on the roulette?
Yeah.
Here's the best part about it regarding the more. They from the Chinese version, you can customize the ban list.
What?
In addition, you can get rid of that god-awful deck restriction limit.
Wait, so you can have more than 50 cards?
No. So, in the Duel Monsters games, historically, not counting a few of them, cards had an MP cost called a deck limit. You could build your deck of 40 to 60 cards, but you as a player have a duelist level, and that duelist level is a set number, let's say 50. So you could only have cards in your deck, minimum 40, so long as the NP of every single card was less than 50, you could put that in your deck. So if a card like Change of Heart exists that has a cost of, I think it was 150, you by the way, you only gained one duelist point every single duel. You would have to duel 300 times and win to put 2 copies of Change of Heart in your deck. But but because they're getting rid of that, these games became 99% better.
Yeah, agree. What the hell? Who thought of that?
Look, I'm not innocent either. I played the fuck out of it.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Look, it's a remnant of old game design culture. Old game design was like, yeah, if you want to do broken things, you have to grind for it. Otherwise, play it like everyone else.
Hell no.
Well, the idea was to discourage grinding, but it was still available if you wanted to do it. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. The restriction thing just seems all kind to be it. It should never have been added.
That restriction is the only reason I gave up on Reshef. Because Reshef is so hard, not really because the game is super unfair, because in fact, the game is actually really fair. It's the fact that the deck that you have to play the game with is so bad that the end game deck of Reshef is weaker than the beginning starter deck of Sacred Cards.
Damn.
Because of how restricted you, the player, are. Now, I know why that is. It's for lore reasons. Because the idea is that Reshef was so powerful, he reduced everybody's duelist level.
Okay, the story makes sense, but practically it just doesn't work.
Boron was considered broken in Reshef. Meanwhile, in Sacred Cards, you get 3 of them right away.
Okay.
And also the fact that the final boss has 40,000 life points.
What the fuck?
What?
That's a that was insane.
Don Thousand had 100k, didn't he? That's way higher.
Yeah. Oh, I guess so.
But the difference is Don Thousand earned those life points. This guy just starts with them.
Yeah, B to the fucking S.
And also, here's the other thing about Reshef that is so cruel. Because it's an RPG, your life points don't heal after every duel.
Oh, hell no!
And even meaner, if you go above 8,000 life points, you don't get to keep them. You go back to 8,000.
Fair.
It's not. That's why I was rage quitting, man. It's a really good game, but it's so cruel.
I can't believe that after this.
I will give credit though. Reshef actually has the best RPG story out of all the Yu-Gi-Oh games, without question. It's so good.
We'll see about that.
Okay, this is what I was talking about. Unlock all cards, genius. Now you don't have to trade between versions, and you can just get everything in your collection. Unlock restriction cards. Now you can play with cards from different versions during the main campaign. Maximum deck capacity off, meaning you can now play with 2,000 cards if you really want to, which is actually, I think, a reference to the fact that back in the day there was a guy who brought a 2,000 card deck to a regional.
Yep.
Dark stage character select off. I believe what that does is make it so that you have to select a password. So if you put it off, I believe what that would do is make it so that they're all just available right away, which is a godsend. Secret stage character select is also a godsend. Just put that on and you'll be able to fight against Marek, Dark Yugi, Bakura. That's so sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's playing with deck restriction. Holy crap. He only has
What is it, when you don't do?
No. The player, whoever is recording this footage, has every card unlocked, but he's playing with a deck capacity limit, so he's actually limited on how many cards he can use.
Oh, so he's an idiot.
That, or he just wants to play like an old school. I wouldn't
I stand by
say.
what he said.
No, I mean, look, if you want the original experience, besides buying the cartridge, which I do own, you could just play it as it shipped. And the thing is that the game is still good. It just gets better, I think, because there's less grinding. But some people like the grind, so I'm not gonna hold it against them. Also, I like how on the sides they have Obelisk no Kyoshinhe, Oshi no Tenkuryu, and Ran no Ryokushinryu, Albus Tormentor, Slife the Sky Dragon, and the Wind Dragon of Ra.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they got the Egyptian version. That's cool.
Yeah.
This is a godsend.
Yes. This will be
Speed-up
so much
function.
useful.
Speed up function in Duel Monsters 5 Expert 1 and in 2004 are a freaking godsend. In Duel Monsters 5 Expert 1, you have to hold the B button the whole time if you want to like skip chaining or whatever. And then in 2004, the way you sped up the game state was you hold L before you start a duel. You start the duel, and then as long as you do not let go of the L, you'll be able to keep the speed up going. But if you let go of the L, good luck. You also can't turn it back on once you let go.
Oh, that's just cruel.
So the ability to fast forward now, godsend. Also, what do you think of this layout? This old Game Boy layout.
Not that bad. That's pretty good.
The black squares though is just so crazy to me. This is really how we played back in the day. Like really, this is how I played Yu-Gi-Oh, dude. This is it right here. I like how they call it Time Wizard as well.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Digital gallery.
This is supposedly, my guess from the layman's perspective, it's supposed to be just like, hey, this is for historical reasons. No. If you want to play Dark Duel Stories or try Holy God Advent, read this thing, okay? It will save you so much pain. I did it without the guide, but all that meant is I did it worse to myself.
Well, you do a lot of things work to yourself.
True. So yeah. Look at this cover art, man. This cover art.
Oh yeah, it looks
so
freaking
sick.
awesome.
Because it got the old sprites, but it has the modern renders of them in the middle.
Yeah.
The only game I wish was here, but they didn't put it, was Nightmare Troubadour.
Nightmare Troubadour.
It's the last Duel Monsters game. Every other game afterwards is GX or a different series. I think that Nightmare Troubadour is the best of the Duel Monsters game. You know why?
Isn't that game for the DS?
Yes. If you're gonna do early days collection with Yugi and Kaiba, might as well put the last one in it.
I guess.
Okay, because I was thinking, okay, maybe it's because of the DS or whatever and the dual screen thing. But if you can do this on a Steam Deck, and I've seen people with modded Switches do the same thing, you could probably put a DS game. Overall, your thoughts on the collection?
Something to look forward to. I'm definitely considering getting it.
I already put in my pre-order.
Finally... What?
I already put in my pre-order.
Yes, it is. Pre-orders are always useful. Sometimes they get your games a week before they come out. As I just experienced.
That, or you could be like other people, and when you pre-order Sonic Frontiers, you get it like a month earlier.
Well, I didn't pre-order Frontiers. I just got it at launch day.
Frontiers was so far. But anyways.
Oh, but...
There we go, guys. I'm going to live stream this when it comes out. Okay? It's going to go crazy. I'm going to try out the multiplayer.
I look forward to seeing how you rage quit to Rush Us.
Nah, because they got rid of deck capacity, that game is not hard anymore.
We'll see.
They have saved the game.